Hey everybody, this is the Ridge Outdoors. Today I'm going to be making a new ammo can boombox. You can see on the left there, old one that I made. I'm going to go through that real quick and just show some of the parts. And this big can is going to be the new one. It's going to have off-road lights on it, and the new one's going to be battery powered. The other one is corded. But let me show you the old one, and then we'll get rocking on this new one. So like I said, here is the old one. To cut these holes, I got actually pretty lucky. I bought some metal cutting round hole cutters from Harbor Freight that were the perfect size for these. These are 4-inch speakers or 4.5, and the Harbor Freight cutters, which were made for metal, wouldn't even scratch the paint. So I happened to have a neighbor at the time that had a plasma torch, so you can kind of see the ring around it, and I think it makes it look kind of cool. But those are plasma torched out, and the holes for these were just with a Dremel. So it has a switch to power on and off, and then it has the cord. On the inside, we have, this was $15 or $20 on Amazon a few years ago, but that's just Velcroed to the inside. I haven't ever had a problem with it falling off. This one does not have Bluetooth. My new one is going to. It's the Kinter brand for this one. And then I have all the wires in here. And on the outside, I have your auxiliary port and then a USB port, so you can charge your device off of this, and also play it over the speakers through that. I have noticed, and this one's about 5 years old, if you're doing both, it'll cause static, so you have to do pretty much one or the other. But actually, it sounds pretty good. The only thing I would do different with this one is, if you make this kind of style, take this thing off and either replace it with leather. I've seen people do it with paracord, but when it's playing, this will actually rattle around a little bit and it's pretty annoying. So normally when I played it, I would just stick something underneath it to prevent it from doing that. But this new one, I'm gonna get cracking on, and I'm gonna show you all the steps of how I'm making it. And this is gonna be probably a couple different parts because I don't have all the parts yet, but I'm gonna at least do the cutting portion in this part of the video. So here's the ammo can I'm going to be using. This was actually a 7.62 ammo can that holds 1,500 rounds. I got a coworker that made me a stencil, so I have the Ridge Outdoors, and I just put 50 cal and just random gibberish on it pretty much. I might get rid of this since it doesn't match and see if I can make another little stencil so I can do tan paint on it. But the other side I already have marked. I put that right here as well. I already have marked and started cutting a little bit, some holes. So I'm putting these Nilight, two of these off-road lights on here, because this can be used a lot for camping, and I figured why not have a light. And then for the light switch, I have these Sasquatch lights, or a light switch. So that was pretty cool. That's going to go somewhere probably in the middle. I might do the switches on the side, and then I'm waiting on some red like e-stop switches that's going to power the whole thing. This is the Bluetooth little amp. This is a 100-watt amp, it said, 2-channel. So hopefully I don't have any issues with that. I'll have links to all this stuff on the description box. And then I just got two 6.5-inch speakers, just kind of cheap ones. I thought these ones kind of look the best. And if I don't think the sound quality is good, I'll just swap them out with some other 6.5-inch speakers. I might put some extra speakers or extra tweeters on them. I'm not sure. We'll see how it sounds when we're all done with it. Like I said, this is probably going to be a 2 or maybe 3-part video since I don't have all the parts yet. And also, I think I'm going to put a wood strip on the inside because this is a really large can, and kind of split it in the middle so I can have some storage in there as well. I might put a sound port so it sounds better, but I'm going to play all that by ear. Definitely put some foam in there to stop some of the rattle and hopefully make it sound pretty good. The hardest part, and I'm going to start off with this little Harbor Freight Dremel with a cutoff wheel. If that's not working very well, I got one of the cheaper Harbor Freight angle grinders. So we'll see how that works. Hopefully I can just do it with that pretty easy. The hardest part's going to be where this rivet is, so I'm gonna have to cut this a little farther out so the speaker guard will actually cover it, and cut that so when it inserts there's gonna be some overlap with the side. So we're gonna play all that by ear and breeze through this. I'll let you know how easy it is. So I'm plugged in, ready to go. This is my first time using not Dremel brand, pretty much cutting wheels, so hopefully these work as well. And also, I'm not always good about wearing safety glasses and stuff like that, but I would definitely recommend wearing some kind of mask. This was like a charcoal filter one, and safety glasses, and at least one glove. I can find my other one, but that should be fine. Let's go. So I found this actually, so the grinder gets that started really well, but doesn't want to punch all the way through it. So this skinnier disc actually goes through this bar a little better. So once I get this cut out, I'll probably end up just taking this portion off and then having to grind a little bit more of that off, but I'll have to measure that. Got a lot more trimming to do. I'll take that off and try to get this thing off. One thing, you just don't want to bend the metal too much. So if you do, you can always put a wood block in there and kind of bend it back into place. So since it grind out a little bit, now we'll start going for this one. So we got both holes cut. Might need to adjust it a little bit more. I'm going to start on the speaker circles. I did take a couple-day break, and I got these little toggle switches in. I got a 5-pack for $8 or $10 on Amazon. But I'm gonna plug away at these speaker holes. I also got a bunch more of the where the hell are they? Okay. A bunch more of the cutoff wheels from Harbor Freight. I got a couple more of those, and I got some thick metal cutting, like Sawzall blades. I might try those, but we're gonna go for this first. So I'm about to get started. Put my mask on. Might want to get a better mask for this, even after using this with a charcoal filter and all this. When I blew my nose after doing this, I had a bunch of the dust from this getting eaten away and metal shavings in my nose, so this definitely isn't the best mask. So I just got the basic outline just in case the marker wears away. Now I'll start cutting again. Thing with these Harbor Freight discs is the middle wears out before the whole actual disc does. So I haven't had that problem as much with the Dremel ones, but those are like $30 for a pack of those. But you get a lot more of them too. So against my better judgment, I'm gonna try Sawzall with that metal cutting blade. If it starts straying or is hard to control at all, I'm gonna go back to the Dremel. But let's give it a try. I think if it was a more open space, it might work better. So yeah, it's pretty. And if it maybe had this clamp down somehow, yeah, we're gonna scrap that for now. There's the first bolt. Make sure this fits in here. Because that's really close. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit. But that's working out better than those ones. So I trim the hell out of those. So that's good. Let's start on that second one now. Spot welds in the way, so that should cut pretty easy. That is a lot of work, I'll tell you. It takes a long time. Like I said, I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but on a budget and stuff, this works just fine. Just gotta put some elbow grease into it. So you can get the gist of that. I'm gonna cut out the hole for a little switch next to that, and should be pretty close to being done having everything cut. I'm about to cut or trim around some of this stuff still and then clean it up. If you stray or anything like some of this, you can just get the Aljob spray paint and it cleans it up pretty well. For like stickers like this, I got some extra 1.4 stickers. So unless you like it kind of rough looking like that, but we're looking pretty good here. All this stuff. But we're shaping up pretty good. Like I said, with a little bit more trimming and, you know, grinding off all the burrs, we'll be good to go. To grind off the burrs, you can just use a hand file or even probably a metal specific sandpaper. You can knock those off pretty easy. But I think this is going to be the end of the first video. Pretty much all the fabricating's done. The rest of it's going to be putting everything in here. A couple holes to drill for the speakers and for the Nilight lights, LEDs. But that'll be a separate video actually installing all that stuff, and then probably a third video wiring everything up. The only thing I need to get yet is pretty much the battery, and I think that's it. But I got the speakers, lights, switches, and we're shaping up pretty good. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, think about hitting that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.